Hello everybody, and welcome back to a new session for Factorio. Off Factorio, off Factorio. So as you see here, I'm already confused with my language. That's what Factorio does to me. Jokes aside, today I don't know how far I'll get with my projects today, but we're definitely going to make some progress towards our space race today. So well, let's see. Bam. That's 14 of these suckers. And last time I have already prepared up a lot of this madness. We're going to... I don't know how far I got so far. I know that this is basically the last step necessary before we are finally able to build up our red science packs. This is an output of 10, alright. Now we're going to run red belt for that. No reason to use anything worse. Alright, we can use a combo of yellow, yellow, red. Go. Speaking about the inserters, of course. So, oh, it needs power. I love it when my substations do that. Not. It's not that hard. Here we go. Beautiful electronic components. Not you, Informatron. Okay, so that's been only the last part of my struggle there. So, 5 red circuit boards. That's been the next part. So, we have now this. I also have that. I don't have that. So, we're going to need... Let's see. I can toggle out that, and all that. So we can leave this pin like that. Looking really, really harmless here, doesn't it? So, I like it when my recipes grow that that's much smaller. Okay, so how's the thing? We have here the green circuits and there that stuff. How much of that copper gets used up here by that? That's 22.5. I am needing 5 more. Awesome. That's terrific. Okay, so we're just going to sneak on in here, and I'll be plugging in. It's just there. Why not? That's 4 of them. And we're going to slap that, of course, on the red belt again, and obviously into that direction. I'm properly excited. With some luck, I'll be able to get into, get very, very much closer to the space age, or however you want to call it, from this session onwards. Okay, so we have that, and why not mix it with that? And I think I have brought this into the wrong direction. We'll just let it roll down here, and combine that just like that. Not the worst, not the worst. Joe, hi there. So happy to see you. Now I feel like I've came home completely. I've been missing you. Weird as that might sound, you are really an integral part of the community, and you not being around when I come back home from the vacation really felt weird. I don't know. That's what you did with me. Okay, so let's see. I think we're going to use the same inserter configuration here as well. Don't we? Yeah, we do. And yeah, just like I mentioned in the Discord a minute ago, I got infected by Minecraft, yes. Love the game. I finally got past the problems I had with the visuals, and I also have happily noticed that this game doesn't trigger my my 3D motion sickness problems that I tend to have. Absolutely happy about that. And it's really funny to play Minecraft after I have played so many games nowadays. It's such a it's crazy to see how many games have been massively influenced by Minecraft. How many games try to be like Minecraft and or copy elements of Minecraft. It's fascinating to see that because I haven't noticed before I played it. It's a really cool experience now to see. It's like taking a lesson in gaming history while having a lot of fun. It's pretty awesome. So, foreign, hi there. What does Crestorio add to Factorio? It is basically a very well-made vanilla expanded mod. It tries to be as easy to wrap your head around like vanilla is, but it expands it with lots of new concepts, a new material, new elements, building elements, new gunplay, really cool gunplay by the way, new weapons, really cool stuff. Definitely worth checking it out. If you want to try out a mod pack, and if I remember correctly, you were pretty new to the game, or no, foreign, you were not new to the game. I was taking you for somebody else. Sorry, but it's still true to say that Crestorio is an excellent mod pack for everybody being new to Factorio and being tired of vanilla and wanting to try out something new, but not being sure about which mod packs are good for somebody who's not that much of a Factorio aficionado yet. Like, the Bob Angel mods and the like are... I don't think they are too beginner-friendly at all. And yeah, Joe, you're absolutely right. Basically, you could call Minecraft the Bible of games. It's the most sold game in the world, so it has something in common with the Bible for sure. And what I personally already have to say about Minecraft, the few hours I have clocked in, is it is amazing to me how simple everything is being held, but at the same time you have this insane complexity and depth, while every idea that I want to make seems or feels easy to accomplish. Like, if I want to build a house in a certain way, it doesn't feel like it's hard to accomplish that. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. It feels like the concepts are pretty clear. I just have to experiment around. I mean, there's for sure more complicated things there too. Oh no. Okay. Don't you worry. The pulverizer is here for you, my friends. So whenever my inventory goes full like that, it's not a pulverizer, I'm sorry, it's a crusher. The crusher is here for me. So we're just killing it, you know. And you know, it's a bit of a shame to get rid of old material like that, I know. But at the same time, you know, it's at least getting rid of that stuff. Wow, that's a lot of coal. Dang. Oh, hardest thing is the creativity aspect, okay. So you've played Factorio during the early access version, I see. Ugh. Let's upgrade that container. So this'll take a while until I am rid of that backlog, but whatever. I mean, at some point, I want to get rid of these old structures. This was my old steam power plant, mostly because, you know, this is now space that I can use really well for other things. So, like appreciating that. Okay, so the last few things in my inventory may stay there. I don't mind. And, well, let's leave it like that. Okay. So, I have nailed down the pod with the red circuit boards. I've just cleared out my old steam power plant. What's next? So, we want to produce the rocket tech cards. In that regard, I'll need way more solid fuel. I overlooked that aspect, to be honest. And, let's see. For the navigation satellites, I need a extreme amount of stuff, so we need advanced circuits. If I remember correctly, my calculations were already including everything, so we already crossed off that part. The red cards I am producing are way more than than what we're needing, so we can't even expand on that. No problem. But I like to overscale a little bit, so nothing can bite my back in some surprise. So let's see. We can cross off the red tech cards and everything connected to that. So every line now that's filled with zeros can be crossed out because we don't need that anymore. Okay, nice. So same goes with the solid rocket fuel. I've already taken care of that part too. So you see the list is getting shorter, at least something. So we still will need batteries. I hate the fact that we need batteries. And I'll need glass, silicon, steel. I got steel. So what we have to bring up new is... Confused. Green cards? No, we don't. Who needs the green cards? I don't know. But the green cards have also been filled out? No, I'm confused. But that's okay. So I'm producing... I think I'm producing 15 green cards. I have to check that out. Daniel, hi there! So... I have my production line for green tech cards, and we are producing 15. Okay, so I can remove that part out of the equation as well. So things are starting to be less and less convoluted. I'm happy. I'm truly, truly happy. I don't need to think about how to produce the steel, because I have done that as well. So, yeah, look at that. It boils down to less and less pieces. So what we need to do is sadly bring up a little bit more glass and the like. So let's see. This is where I've been very, very annoyed about what I did there. Because we need to set up our glass and silicon production now somewhere else. Didn't cross my mind that I could be needing the same thing but whatever. Let's just make the best out of it. Like I have mentioned at the end of the last episode already as well, I always like to have for circuit boards something which I like to call a closed circuit, where everything that's being produced that's necessary for the red circuit boards is being produced on site, and it's not going to be used for anything else, and it's exactly ratioed. That's my personal... I like to go for like that, because somehow this way I know that all the other red circuit boards I'll be producing and all the other lines that include, for example, glass and that stuff, that they'll at no point my production of red circuit boards will ever run dry, because I've taken too much of that or that. But this is, I don't know why, but I think it's actually good to do. Why am I playing so many difficult games? I don't know. I guess it's a brain dysfunction. Both him and Icon's wife like it like that, exactly. She's the same, if not worse in some aspects. So there are some things where my dear wife is just the better player, so to say, you know. But I like it that way. There's always it's always a good feeling to have somebody to learn from, you know. Okay, so sand production. Let's see, we'll need a much smaller amount of things here than the last time. So we'll have to change that up to different things. And that's that. So here we go. Sand. I should put that on a pin right now. Okay. So we're going to need one furnace for bricks. I don't know if that's actually really enough at all. Let's see. This is... What coal does this thing eat if it's on full pressure? 15 per sec. Yeah, we should be okay with that. How much smelting do I need to do here? Quite a bit. So, nah. Different plans. We're not going to use that fuel. I'm going to use that solid fuel, because solid fuel is the next evolutionary step after processed fuel for the sake of smelting. And I don't want to steal away the coal from my other businesses, so to say. Okay, now that's that. Let's see. Assembler limitation. What the hell? There are so many buttons on this mod, and I keep being surprised that by now I still don't know them all. Okay. So, will we be happy with basic and such? Yes. Okay. So let's slap in some processed fuel to get the process going. Do some proper upgrading. Yeah, Battle Brothers, I'm still in the learning phase. I'm still getting clapped like hell by this game, and I love it. I actually owned the game already quite a while, but I had to take a break after a while. It's so hard. But, you know, for me, it's in a good way hard, you know. Okay, brick. Then we're going to need a filtration plant for the quartz. So, first off, let's work a little bit with our head again, or with our head turned on. So, obviously I have decided to produce these goods down here. That's fine. No problem. But let's free up our building site. I'm a little bit building too much on instinct right now. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's good to take a moment and reconsider your placement of things once in a while. Prepare the building site, get rid of all those pesky trees and cliffs and show them who's boss. Also, I have found that doing this once in a while does free up my brain a bit, because, you know, sometimes things get a little bit complicated. Also, I just realized I want to dismantle my old mining site there. Ash, hi there. Yes, hey man. So happy to see you. So you just came right for the Factorio knockoff stream. It's basically my last stream for the afternoon. And I don't know if you saw it in the Discord as well. I don't know if you're also a Minecraft player. To everybody who's into that game, I'm going to do a little bit of that as well. I hope it'll find some good reception. I don't know. I love the game. Can't stop playing it. Every free minute of mine, I'm either playing some incremental idlers or Minecraft. Or League with my wife. There we go. So, I think this is also the moment where it would be officially okay to turn off the old train track. That's amazing for me, because the old train track I'm relating to is basically the first train track that I've built in this run. And that's quite an exhilarating feeling, because that means we have eaten up a lot of that iron here. Yeah, Battle Brothers is tough as nails. It's one of the hardest games I've ever played, and if I say that, it really means something, because, you know, I really love hard games, and I've made a habit out of it to try them out, and this is certainly one of the hardest I've ever played. Tunic, yeah, well, I didn't like the art style of that game too much, but it looked like it's a spiritual successor to a lot of games I've played during my childhood. Automation mods for Minecraft sound like awesome, like an awesome lot of fun. Right now, I'm still in the exploration phase, and everything is new and all. Which is surely quite ridiculous for people who know that game already 10 years or what. But I don't care. I'm enjoying myself. With Tunic, I'd really love to know what, in your opinion, is the real great part about the game, because I've been a bit on the fence with it, you know. Here we go. The death of the train station. Gotta really dismantle all these parts. Alright. So. I'll have to take care to unload this thing manually at some point, because it won't get done automatically, because it's configured to only drive if the cargo inventory is full. But this won't happen anymore. But one thing at a time. Right now, this is also my ride to the mall, so it serves a purpose. Okay, so now look at that. Look at all that room all of a sudden. It looks so much less convoluted and confusing. I like that. So let's see. Get this and doing that. Alright, see you soon, Daniel. Thank you so much for your kind words. I see. So it's, Tunic is more of a, skill-based game, you say. And, I like that. I wouldn't have thought of that if, just by the looks and the reviews of it, so that actually does help a lot. And thanks for the pointer on Last Call BBS as well, man. You really do have a good nose for nice titles as well, man. And it shocked me a little bit to see that this would be the last game of Zachtronics. Man, Zachtronics not doing their job anymore. It feels like an end of an era, you know? I mean, I didn't play any of these Zachtronic games only because of one reason, because I'm permanently broke and these games look extremely complicated and I never felt like I had enough time to play them. Or to understand them, but I always loved the reputation these guys have, you know. So how many fast inserters do I need to figure? So yeah, that whole part with the self-exploration and the game's not holding your hand too much. I also like that about Minecraft, actually. The game has a very, very similar thing there going on. And it frankly surprised me. I didn't see that coming, you know. So we need that crystal, and we put it into another smelter, and we're going to... whatever, we're going to make the class, then... Do I really want to do this like that? First off, I want a bit of an oversupply of the brick. Simply because I wanted to pave the ground at some point. And the other thing, so I need 4 of these furnaces for glass. So I could get rid of these pesky power poles here, man. They're totally messing with my building here. So where does that lead anyways? Okay, it connects my radar panels, I see. But certainly no need. That's one thing I would do differently next time I start up a new game of Factorio. And the next time I would totally wait until I expand my radar network, until I have access to the large power poles. I have made way too large or long connections with those small power poles, and now they are all over the place, annoying me, needing all that rework, clotting my inventory, all that. So this is one thing I wouldn't do again like that. So here we are. That's now, of course, also not what I wanted. So here we go. Wanted it like that. So that's now the bare minimum what I need. So instead of just sitting there with the bare minimum, I'm going to lot down double of that. I don't need it right now, but if I ever want to expand that thing, I don't need to break my head about how to get these extra things in there. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying there, Ash. I think I would have made a decent programmer as well, if I ever had the motivation for that. But it just is not my favorite thing to do, especially not for earning my money, but for the sake of having fun. So yeah, I hope that at some point I'll just buy me those Zachtronics games that I should have bought a long, long time ago. You know what? We're going to make a simple change to that. And now, oh, I like that. Look at that. No, it doesn't work because of the solid wheel being too far away. Damn. I could make it work, but no need. Really no need. We're just going to make it like that for now. I see myself able to change this up if I want to, but if I don't want to, it will be okay too. So let's make this like that, and replace those recipes there. Make these... Do I want to have a drop near on those or not? Do I want to have glass and silicon on the same belt? I think this is actually good, because, well... No, it ain't. Or is it? Does the satellite... Helmod does, yeah, the satellite does need glass in its pure form, so no, we're not going to put that on the same belt. No, no. Not happening here. So, Infinifactory first. Well, don't worry about complexity. I don't, I'm not interested in which one is the least complex. Which Zachtronics game was the most fun for you? That's what I'm way more interested about. So, let's see. Effing automation cores again. I haven't put them on the tabs anywhere, so... Iron, copper. Okay, well. So... let's check it out. The next thing we're going to need are the low-density structures. So that's going to be the next bigger thing that I want to set up. And beyond that, let's see. Oh, look at that. Glass and silicon. We are going to need 1 per second for that. And, nobody knows how much for that, huh? Yeah, here. So, we're going to need 4 glass per second for that. So... we're not producing enough of the crystal. So, more crystal. Oh no, my build gets messy again. I'm so sad. Oh. Wouldn't be Factorio with a little bit of spaghetti. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Shenzhen was, I gotta say Shenzhen sounded like a very interesting game as well. Moloch Sintes was, what sounded from a narrative pretty interesting for me. Nerds was one that totally slipped past my attention. Okay, so how much... This takes 16 sand per second to run. That's more sand than we're providing here, so... Probably did a little bit of a mistake there, huh? Under-providing this thing here. But I have an idea already, so let's see. If we just go on over that, we have an excess of sand, just like I thought. Stone-wise, we are eating up a lot of that, but it ain't much of an issue. So we're going to upgrade that thing. Actually, I don't need to upgrade it all the way, that's the funny part. Needing... Or, well, we could actually go there. Hi. I'll just do a second exit of that stuff. Why not? Oh. Splitter. I knew I had one here. Okay, so that should do the trick. There we go. You could just ask me how long this run has been going so far. But thanks for telling me how that works. I mean, also learned something out of that. Okay, so let's see. Steel production, iron production. I need to run this downstairs. So this is the supplier for the whole circuit factory. We can take this stuff here and lead it downstairs. Okay, so now things ambigonate a little bit. So let's see. What kind of junk will I need there? I'll need heat shieldings as well, of course, of course. I'm suddenly not convinced anymore that my one belt of stone will be enough, but we'll see about that. I'll need solid fuel there as well. I'll need 3 electronic circuits there too. I haven't taken that into account, but it doesn't really matter. Ah, yeah, here, 1.3 red electronic circuits too. I knew that. I didn't come up with the 5 electronic circuits, 5 red boards per sec out of nothing. So yeah, what I do need is sulfuric acid. Yes, that's one thing I haven't provided yet. And I need a ridiculous amount of automation cores. So yeah, the batteries and the stuff around that, let's fix that up next, because I feel like that's a very, very important thing. So, but beyond that, logistically, where do I want to put these things down now? So the lab itself lives over here. I thought like producing the tech cards over here. That means all the pre-production for the tech cards should be happening maybe over here. Alright, let's do this. Does make the basic productions I did here, although pretty far off. But whatever, I mean, I got belt. Oh, one day and 6 hours is it for now. 1 day and 6 hours is this run old. I hope that I'll be able to set up an umbrella in time. So I do plan to produce extra accumulators here to store the power for the umbrella. But I'm a little bit afraid that I am taking too long, but well, nothing new, isn't it? Okay, so there we go. Let's just say... Oh no, that's bad. Stop it before it gets filled with crap. Just realized that I want to keep this free altogether. Catch the silicon before it can do any harm. Damn. Alrighty. Just realized that running ahead into this direction a while and following the train track is way more efficient there. Less convolution, more space for future smelting projects if I wanted to. So these are things where I do notice that I have learned a lot about Factorio. But not only about Factorio, it's stuff that I am that's helping me out on in very many different aspects of my life as well, you know, because it's just honing my ability to organize complex structures and all of that. So using all that rogue stone to help myself a bit there. Well, it would be all just so frickin' easy to put it all, to put things together on one belt, but somehow I don't want to put it on. For the sake of simplification, you know. So we have plastic running over there. We're going to need plastic over here as well, so let's see. Now, well, where will I need that plastic? For the low density structures. Okay. Anybody else needing plastic? This part here does need plastic, okay. But that does mean we really do need a very, very small amount, so that can actually roll realistically together with a brick without being an issue over there. I hope at least, but, well, it certainly won't hurt to have that stuff there. That's one thing I know for sure. So, originally I didn't want to put the glass and the silicon on the same belt, but now, you know, it's the difference between running 3 half-empty belts or 2 somewhat compacted belts together. Or I think it would be even more, but you know what I'm trying to say. So this way, we have those exotic goods that we need for our enterprise over here. There we go. And now I'm afraid it's about time to go back to the mall because the amount of red belt in my inventory is looking really, really bad. Okay, but we're getting there, guys. We're certainly getting there. So let's work on that low-density structure factory next. And I think that's the next best part that I'll take. Okay, so the low-density structure factory will eat up 20 copper plates. That's the majority of the entire production line there, leaving us 10 copper plates for whatever. I don't know yet, but I wouldn't be too surprised if I'd be needing yet another belt leading ore down here. My Waterloo. There we go. I'm always so sad that Factorio only has such a small audience, but I enjoy myself too much here, so I can't help. Okay. Let's pick up some more pipe, because I already can foresee that we're going to need more oil refining. I hope a dozen refineries are enough. Well, I assume so. And we're going to pick up the transport belts and, well, another stack of yellow inserters. I don't know if I'm really going to need that many, but I feel a bit undersupplied right now. Beyond that, I want to restock my substations. There we go. And I want to do a little bit of a sacrifice to the Crusher God. So I don't want this stuff anymore. That stuff I don't want anymore. And those frickin' small power poles I don't want anymore. And I think that's that. the other stuff in my inventory has a use, so I don't want to dispose it. I mean, most of the items that I am destroying here would actually have a use. I think these power poles that I'm scrapping right now, you need them for the production of other power poles, but whatever. Seriously. Okay, so the next two things, sulfuric acid and low density structures, exactly. I see a pretty decent chance of hitting space in the next episode. It's brutal. This is for sure so far one of the most nasty parts that I've had in this mod. Okay, now then. The low density structures, well, we could be producing them just here. That would be actually quite handy, now that I think about it more closely. Let's do this. Because all the material that I need is already here. And, alright, that didn't hit my factory. And this also means that I don't need to change my setup much. So we have the copper plate, the plastic. Oh, dang, the plastic. Now that's an issue. Okay. So, well. Too bad. I know what I'm going to do. And yeah, we're going to loot all those bricks on the line. It's the best I can do. We need the entire belt for plastic. I underestimated that. Or I didn't see it coming that we're going to make it happen over here, because it's just too good, you know. Just branch the plastic off here and be done with that job. So, to siphon off the bricks, we're just going to stand here. And, I mean, I could alternatively just set up an inserter and let him do the job, but I can also just stand here and soak up some bricks. I hope this won't take forever. Yeah, well, whatever. Let's take the filter inserter. I tried, okay. But this is just more than I thought. Not brio. Break. Break. Okay. Huh. And we got no power here. Who's surprised? Certainly not me. Whatever. Let's put up our substations there. Oh, no. Unacceptable. There we go. Okay. So this issue will be resolved in a minute. Then we'll have... Well, we'll have to have the steel on one separate belt. I can't change it. So we'll have 3 input belts. I think this is a very good situation to have a... I don't know what I'm going to do. So, let's see. steel, and that comes from this angle. So it seems to be an okay decision to start out here. Let's do this. So we're going to have copper. Steel is going to be in the middle. And that's where the low density structures will be. If it doesn't make sense yet, it will in a second. So let's see, what do we need inserter-wise? It's all yellow inserters, wonderful. So we're going to grab this stuff here. Below that will be plastic. Here will be copper, and that's the output. And then we'll have to do this on the other side as well. So long range, short range. Output is here, input is there. And now we just have to copy past that into eternity. So this is so far 16, 18, and 22. There we go. The output line for the low density structures can be a yellow belt, as a matter of fact. Okay, so we're going to let the copper roll all the way over here, then over here, going there, then over here. And now we're going to do the same thing for the plastic. And that's a, well, it feels like I got the job done really quick this time, but, well, it's not exactly the case. I had a lot of these things already prepared quite a while. Okay. So for some odd reason, we haven't copied inserters here. Whoopsie. And now, well, this has to be the steel, okay. Then we're going to let it run the other way around. And now for a little tweak. Oopsie. Wow, whatever. There we go. I don't like that little nook I took there, but whatever. That's the only problem I got. I really don't have too many problems. Alright. Oh gosh, okay, we have to mess around for the power a little bit, but whatever. Well, maybe not my most beautiful setup, but it does the trick. The most important part is I have a mass production of low-density structures here. Okay, we got that. What's next? So we'll need electronic circuits, low-density structures. So the solar panel, the accumulator, and the radar are three things that we're going to take care of now. So let's work on some sulfuric acid here. Wait a sec, I do need that here. I don't need this one here anymore. Sulfur. There we go. So, let's see. This is something I don't need anymore. And I want to know if I want to produce like something crazy like 5 batteries a sec, I'll need 100 sulfuric acid. So we go for a ratio of 100 sulfuric acid. I think that's an okay quota. So there goes. We're going to need that. Oh yeah. Ooh, chemical plant and chemical plant. And okay, this is, as a matter of fact, a larger operation than I thought. Okay, dang. Okay, but I think it is necessary. I don't really think that I want to duck out on that. And I also got already a bit of an iron connection for something like that. Okay. Now then, let's do this next. So 9 more of these suckers. So let's do this like that. So here we go. That noise she just made, that's because it's so crispy warm in here. So that's 4. That's 6. That's 8. No, that's 10. I don't care about the fact that I'm I'm building one more than I need. So there we go. Some inefficient use of that but whatever. Okay, we got the petrol gas. Then we're going to need these guys. And let's hop on over with the petrol gas somewhere where it won't be that hard to transport that iron, you know? It doesn't have to be complicated. Unless I make it so. So we can now go for that here. And okay. So next step, I want to produce my sulfuric acid here. That means the sulfur production shouldn't be happening too far away from that. So go. Oh yeah, never mind. We can't do that like that because of the fluid connectors. There we go. And copy this, rotate it. That. Stealing your old parts of your factory like that is, for me, always a very, very important thing to do from time to time. So here we go, and water can be found over here. And now we just need to wire up the petrol. Which shouldn't be a hot pot at all. Okay. I really don't understand why, but for some odd reason, I hate producing sulfuric acid. Don't ask me why, it's just like that. One of my least favorite products, for sure. Okay, so we're going to output into that direction. And please don't tell me that you need more than one pass inserter. No, you don't. Wonderful. There we go. You guys, do the drop near thing, please. So, it'll make things a lot easier. Whoop. And done. Oh, whoopsie. Of course, we need it like that. So, now, it's like, make it like that. So, now that's been one thing that I keep, that I like to, forget about these things, but we can't solve this as well. So, the long-handed ones, they didn't make it right, okay. So, whatever. And we're going to... It's not as if it would be a big thing here. Good lord, I'm so dumb. But I gotta, to my own defense, I gotta say, it is, around 30 degrees outside there, so that truly does something to the brain. So that's how I want it to be. Let's slap that sulfur in before I can forget it again. Maybe these are all the small reasons why I hate doing this stuff. Maybe. Just maybe. Jokes aside, sulfuric acid is one of the more complicated products. Even though it doesn't have such complicated ingredients, the sheer amount of sulfur you have to put into that thing to make it work alone is a logistical challenge, you know? Here we go. So, Le acide. Wonderful. Okay. We got that. And that's enough sulfuric acid to produce a ton of batteries. But I really found that important. So let's see. What else? I have figured out that. I have figured out that. So we seem to be almost done. Nice. Alright then. Let's take a ride. Let's see where this will end. So... considering that all this is only needed to produce one satellite every 10 seconds. Pretty brutal, I think. Okay, so... I already do know that for the solid fuel production we're going to need a tad bit more of that. So 16 refineries, I hope that'll be enough. And the solid fuel is being produced in those refineries, isn't it? Yeah. So fuel refineries. I don't have them on mass production yet, but, well, it's okay. I don't think we'll need that many of them either. So... or at least I hope so. You never know. Okay. So, 50 of these, 50 of those, the usual drill. And assemblers. Good lord, we need assemblers. Just picking up 500 pieces of belt today. And... why did the assembler production stop? Because this belt is now no longer half a belt of automation cores. Okay. I'll need to fix that. So... and it has to be this side of the belt, so okay. Pretty easy to accomplish, though. Not so easy to accomplish, getting rid of the excess of these guys there. So, good lord, this is annoying when that happens. That's why I'm so happy that I went with the what's it called again? With the increased stack size mod. Okay. So that problem should be resolved now. So who needs those frickin' automation cores? I need to get rid of a few. Okay, but we got this now. Nice. Sadly, this does leave me with not exactly the amount of machines that I wanted to have, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter that much. Okay. Now then. I'm absolutely sure that this has distracted me more than enough to have forgotten about what I wanted to do a moment ago, but that's just fine. Who cares? let's hop on over to the other spot. Okay, so now we are pretty close. I only need to get that navigation satellite thing going on, and then we're done. I mean, we're actually done. Like, for real. So, batteries. Of course I don't want to build 5 batteries a second. That would be nonsense. 2 of them are more than enough. And here we go already. Chemical plants, none. So let's hop right back. So, but I think I'll be picking up those chemical plants and all the stuff that I need. Oh, I have too many multi-cylinder engines in my pocket too. Let's get rid of those. I'm just going to prepare the stuff that I need, and I think then it's also time for me to log off for today. But that'll leave me to at the point where I have taken everything. Yeah, heat shielding. The heat shielding production is one thing that I haven't taken care of, but there are really not that many things left anymore before we're going to be in space. So the whole space thing is not much longer a soon TM thing. Because basically, we're now merely tinkering together the parts that we need for the big leap, so to say. So, doesn't anybody need multi-cylinder engines? You good sir? Yeah. I do know that the locomotives need that stuff, but beyond that, beats me. I'm shocked enough that I actually know something that needs these. Okay, so we got rid of 1 stack of that stuff. That's a start, isn't it? Okay. I got a stack of silicon that I want to get rid of. Too many crappy things clotting up my inventory. So the extra ones of these we don't need. Until I set up a new mining outpost, that is. But yeah, I think with the next session I'll be actually able to make it. Not necessarily able to make the yellow tech cards, but able to make the to make it into space. But these two things are very close to one another. So let's see. I mean, the good news about that is we're also going to need accumulators. So, accumulators, I say that because I want to have accumulators for my umbrella, which will protect me from the laser storm. I don't know what to call it. So...
Umbrella against laser storm. Legit.
So, yeah, my solid fuel storages are full, and that's why the rocket fuel production has halted, but we have enough rocket fuel, I dare say. So, now then, I have the low-density structures. Let's see, we're going to need, if I remember correctly, we're also going to need heat shielding directly, so... We're not done with that part yet, and I'm afraid that... Let's see, I need 0.3 heat shielding for that. How much heat shielding will I need per satellite? Nobody can tell me, eh? That's weird. Yeah, of course, because you don't... Or, wait a sec. I have an idea. So, it's called rocket part. So, what we're... how many rocket parts do we need? So... Nobody knows. Dang. I would need to find out how many rocket parts I'll need. But, what's really important is, I can should be able to find a recipe for rocket parts at some point. It should be there. No? Rocket part. Oh, come on. It's not part of that. Damn it. Alright. But, well, it's easily broken down. We're using one of these per 2 seconds. That means half of it. 0.5 of each per second. Yeah. That's what we're needing. And, I have totally, crossed out the navigation control thingies. No. No. Control. Here. Oh, good lord. So... luckily enough, I have made everything, I have made enough of everything so that this doesn't bite my back at this point. Oh gosh, I'm so happy that I've taken care of these things well enough. So let's set up the heat plating. Heat shielding, I'm sorry. It needs... oh god. No, good lord. So we're going to need 0.3 of that. So let's say a production of one of these suckers. Well, okay. Let's say 0.5 of these things. That is already a lot more than I thought. So let's do some more preparations there. And, well, I'm already happy that I have, set up more brick than I need here, but we can snuckle in a 5th guy there. And if I do something about the plastic, I can even amp it up here more, so that's not the issue. Alright, so far so good. The only thing that's really truly bothering me hard is the fact that we're going to need, again, sulfur. And quite a lot of it. But, well. So here we go. I mean, I'm not sure if 0.5 heat shielding per sec will be enough. I mean, it'll leave me with 0.2 of that. But I'm not producing the rocket control units any faster either. And as far as I see, we need 1 rocket control unit and 1 heat shielding, so... we'll see about that in the next one. For the umbrella, I prefer a steam battery rather than accumulators. Also quite a nice thing. Well, the last time what I did was just set up a accumulator field that stored enough energy to mitigate most of the storm. And this way, I could keep my power production lower than the actual gigajoules that the storm included. But that's for today all that I wanted to do. I think I have left a pretty good preparation thing. Now that I've looked at all the problems that are up ahead of me, I'm also all of a sudden not that sure anymore if I'll make it the next episode, but maybe the episode after. So, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching. If this has been a video on demand, comments go down below, and leave a thumbs up, and consider subscribing. Also, in the description box, you will find support links for my Patreon, where you can just hop on in and influence what kind of content we'll do, and also PayPal. If you want to donate, I'd be super happy. If you don't donate, I'm super happy too, but a little bit poorer. So, have a nice day, and see you soon. Bye-bye.